It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. The bravest sight in the world is to see a great man struggling against adversity. The wise man does not lay up his own treasures. The more he gives to others, the more he has for his own. No one can lead a happy life if he thinks only of himself and turns everything to his own purposes. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. A good character, when established, is not easily overthrown and should be our most endeared possession. Shall I tell you what the real evil is? To cringe to the things that are called evils, to surrender to them our freedom, in defiance of which we ought to face any suffering. We are not given complete control over things, but are responsible for forming judgments and cultivating our own minds. A soul that is kind and intends justice discovers more than any sophist. You learn to know a pilot in a storm, a soldier in the battle line. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man. We should every night call ourselves to an account. What infirmity have I mastered today? What passions opposed? What temptation resisted? What virtue acquired?